is going to start in a random place.
I love it.
Sam yesterday was talking about an off-season barbecue where you guys had a competition. And he was talking about that as like a bonding type of thing and the start of the off-season. We were told that the tight ends won that barbecue competition. So I guess what do you remember from the barbecue competition? And I guess how does that help you guys bond together and become a closer team, things like that?
Yeah, I mean, that was in the off-season program. It was towards the end of OTAs, and every position group was able to make a meal and kind of show off what they could do. Some were better than the others for sure, but Johnny's a really good cook on the grill, and so he put together a ribeye and with just salt and pepper and some potatoes, and so that ended up winning for the Tights. And most of us were just kind of hanging out there talking with Sam and sweeten up the judges a little bit. So it worked out, but it's a lot of fun, the things that we do here in the off season and during the season, during camp. We usually are able to do something as a team activity and hang with each other outside of football. And so that's again another thing that the Vikings do that they love team camaraderie, and that's what they preach and that's what they build, and it just happens naturally.
We heard the wide receivers didn't do very well.
Nah, I don't think so. I think Keenan was a little upset with them, so but that's how it goes sometimes,
Those things show up in the season, though. They seem like they're really important to O'Connell, just to have those bonding experiences.
Yeah, I mean, it shows up on the field. When you know a guy and you are able to hang out with them and you're able to talk to them and joke with them and, you're friends, and it's a lot easier to go up to somebody and have a conversation about what they want on a route, especially Sam, or Justin, if they have me running a route that Justin loves, or has done in his past, or, he's running a choice route or something and he asked me something about, anything. It just makes it easier to go up to a guy and have a conversation and really, learn and kind of communicate. And when you don't do that kind of stuff, it's, kind of looking over your shoulder and, you haven't talked to them much, so you just kind of let it go, But, the team camaraderie that we have, we know everybody, we love everybody, we all hang out. There's not really any groups that, you just it's just everybody. It's a melting pot in this locker room, and that's the best way to build a team.
Have you been on teams, just experiences your whole way through in sports, going back to high school, where a lot of people said there was chemistry, but maybe it wasn't all that good,
that happens, there's cliques, there's things that happen throughout a team where, some guys hang out with this guy hangs out with that guy, and they don't really, mix and match, but that's something ever since I've been here, we've never had, and so, and when it's a unique situation in the NFL too, because guys are 32, 30, 28, 21, there's a big age gap, and so to be able to relate with some guys that Harry is however old, and some guys are 21, for that to be able to relate and hang out and to be able to communicate and kind of do that kind of stuff is unique. And so it's hard to do in the NFL, but we've done it here ever since I've been here, so it's been a blast. But yeah, my rookie year, it was a little harder, in some certain situations because we had some old guys on that team, and so it happens naturally here, so it really makes it fun.
What was the key last week to tight ends working together in the run game? It seemed like when there was big personnel on the field, you guys had a lot of success running the ball.
Yeah, they were playing a lot of nickel to Johnny and Josh, which isn't a secret. that's we're going to try to exploit that in certain situations. They're going to play nickel to me in 12, and so try to be able to do stuff out of that too and exploit that. But it just depends on what these guys are giving us, and like I said, KO does a really good job in the game plan and at halftime trying to exploit some things that they're doing and changing things up. So it makes it a lot of fun. But this tight end room, we can all do a lot. Johnny does everything well. He can run block really well. He can go out on routes really well. So he's a guy. He's kind of like a utility knife. He can do whatever. And so to be able to have a guy like that, and then to be able to have Josh who can move a 300-pound guy like it's nothing, and then I can go out on routes and make somebody look silly. So it's fun. We got a really unique group, and it's a lot of fun to be a part of.
How would you describe Ryan O'Neal and his leadership and just kind of what he means to the team on and off the field?
Yeah, I love Bio. A very unique guy. I mean, he's one of the best. Always has a smile on his face. That whole line room though. You talk about like camaraderie and groups. They're always hanging out in the O-line room. We go in there and hang out with them a little bit, and it's just a fun time. You always Brian's one of those guys that always has a smile on his face. Every day you walk into the locker room, he asks you if you're ready to have a great day today. So it's a blast. Like I say, he's a leader. He's been doing this a long time, and to be able to have a smile on your face every day, to be able to come in and motivate other people is huge as a leader and as a captain. So, he's right by my locker, and, I love hanging out with him every day. I love seeing his smile every day. So it's a lot of fun.
Hopefully this doesn't make me look stupid. It might. But the O-line asked to get announced coming out of the tunnel as the O-line on Sunday and not as individuals. Have you seen that happen before?
No, I've never seen that happen in the league. I mean, but that doesn't surprise me from these guys. Like I say, I mean, they're always all hanging out. They're always at each other's houses. They're always inviting everybody over. They're at lunch together. We're all, it doesn't surprise me one bit. You talk about that unit. You can't really talk about one individual person. You got to talk about the whole unit, and that's what they want, and that's what they are. There's a lot of communication up front. And you go back to being able to trust a guy next to you and being able to have a friend next to you. That's what those guys have been able to build in that room, and it's been, again, a lot of fun to watch, and I'm a part of that every once in a while. And so for them to communicate the way they do, and I know that Brian's going to do his job, or Cam's going to do his job on the outside with me, and so it makes my life easy, and it makes me not have to think and worry about things. So again, that doesn't surprise me at all.
Does practicing against Flores' defense help you at all with some of the third down pressures that Seattle sends? It seems like they like to get creative.
Yeah, they do. They send a lot of stuff at you, and we'll have a plan for it. But I mean, we went against Flores every day in camp and in OTAs. So we've been a part of that, and we kind of we'll have a plan for it. But it is what it is. We'll get it, and I'm sure we'll hopefully gash one, and it won't come again. That's usually how that works. If they hit it a couple times, then we'll have to come up with some other stuff to be able to do. But it's a good defense. We've been watching them on tape a lot, and they got a lot of different stuff that they can throw at you. So we got to be on our toes a little bit, but it makes for an exciting game for sure.
TJ, sorry if someone already asked you about this, but Sam was telling us yesterday about a cooking competition that happened this summer that the tight ends won. What can you say about Johnny Munt's ribeye?
It was the best ribeye. I mean, by far. Like I said earlier, he was. We were all sweetening up the judges a little bit, to try to get that one through and get that one win. But it's a lot of fun. Like I said, these guys do a really good job with team camaraderie, and Johnny has us over and cooks for us a lot, so it's you never pass that one up for sure. So it's fun, and like I said, it's something that the Vikings do, and this organization preaches, and talk and actually doing it is different. So the fact that we do it, and we really build chemistry and camaraderie is huge.
So who's judging?
I think the coaches were, KO was, Flores, I think Kwesi might have been down there. I think they were all judging it, but you go over there, talk to them, tell them how good it is, and they believe it. So that's all you got to do.